Welcome back. I'm Rebecca Haas, and here we crochet. We talk about crocheting, we talk about knitting, and other yarn crafts. And welcome back to the podcast. I plan to keep this episode a little shorter because I am exhausted. I skipped last week's episode because we had COVID. The fatigue is insane. We're doing well overall. Our whole family is a very low risk. We stayed home, we rested, and all of that was good. But my goodness, I am so tired. But I'm very thankful that we made it through. I'm very thankful that we're well for the most part. We still have a little bit, I still have a little bit of congestion, but it's very mild. I honestly don't know if the congestion is my regular seasonal allergies that tend to pick up this time of year or a holdover from being sick. Either way, we are much better. And I'm sorry I missed last week, but rest is important, especially when you're sick. So for this episode, I have a couple of mostly finished objects to show you, a new acquisition, and then a quick life update. And we're going to keep it pretty short, just to those couple of things, and I think that's what we're going to go with. So as far as mostly finished objects, I have two. I have the Pickens Ruana that I've been working on finishing up that my mother-in-law was making. I plan to send it in the mail tomorrow. All that's left is to weave in the ends. So we're going to count it as mostly finished. So let me show you what we've got so far on it. Okay, so I'm going to back up as far as I can from the camera in this little room and show you what I've been working on. Hopefully it stays in focus. I might try something different with the camera today. So it is a big oversized garment. Do I have it right side out or wrong side out? I can't tell. Let me put it on. So I did make this is a little big for me, bigger than I would wear it, because my niece is much taller than me, and I want it to be, I'm a fairly small person. I'm 5'4". She is almost 6 feet or more tall. She's not more than 6 feet. Maybe she's like between 5'10" and 6 feet tall. She's tall. And so I wanted it to really look proportioned to her. So it's just this big cozy vest, and I love how it's come out. It'll be perfect for summer. Since we live in the South, that is next month. No, actually we usually get one more good freeze in March, but so this is it. This I used the Lion brand. So I still have ends to weave in all over it, but that will be this afternoon or this evening. I'll get that taken care of, and then that one will be done. All right, the other project that I am mostly finished with is this colorful cardigan. I really love it. My husband thinks it's obnoxiously colorful, but he likes neutrals. I have finished the ribbing except on this front panel. I started it here at the bottom, but I'm doing it on the wrong side, and I'm trying to decide if I'm going to frog it and start at the top and work my way to the bottom. I can show you why that makes a difference close up here in just a minute. First, let me try it on. And the other thing, obviously there's a lot of ends. The other thing that I'm not sure about with this particular cardigan is how I want to finish the sleeves. So let's see. So it just comes nicely. It probably needs some blocking. It stays open in the front. I like this here, the way the ribbing is. I haven't decided if I want to leave the sleeves wide or if I want to gather it up in a cuff and have like a balloon sleeve moment there. I'll be honest, I will probably take the path of least resistance and leave them big. and just weave in all my ends and call it done. It's very long. It's very long. It comes like just above my ankles. So it's, well, let's take it off and show you all the colors. So it's the light pink, and then the dark pink, and then there's a cream, and then another pink, and then the darker cream, tan, and then the edging ribbing. So those are my two mostly finished pieces. Oh goodness, I'm all tangled up now. So the new acquisition I have is in fact my Knitcrate. I really love getting these. They're so exciting. No, I have not in any way, shape, or form kept my New Year's resolution of using my Knitcrate every month. It was a great plan. I have not done it. I have not even started the knit hat that I talked about last week. I really want to. So I'm gonna open it up. Ooh. So they always send a card that has the information about the inspiration for the yarn dyeing. And there's always 4 patterns that they include, 2 sock patterns for the sock crate, which they send sock yarn, and 2 patterns for the knit and crochet crate. And each set of patterns comes with 1 knit pattern and 1 crochet pattern. So there's a knit sock pattern it comes with, a crochet sock pattern, and then this one has they look like shawls or scarves. It's kind of hard to see with the way they're styled. I have to look them up on the thing, but it comes with a QR code and a link, and you can download those patterns. They're really pretty. I really like this knit cowl shawl thing she's wearing. It looks really nice. It has lots of good texture in it. You also get a discount if you would like to purchase more of the yarn to have a bigger quantity. And it comes nicely wrapped. I'm really excited because it's white. I really love working with white yarn. Okay, so this is called Limestone. It's 100% Peruvian Highland wool, which does not feel like a superwash. It's not a scratchy wool per se. Like, I feel like this would be comfortable to be worn next to the skin. There are some wools that I feel like are too scratchy. I have a sweater that I made in wool of the Andes from We Crochet, and I think that one is too scratchy. It's just scratchy enough. It's like, some people don't find it too scratchy, but I do have some sensory issues that make it feel like I have to wear something else between my skin and the wool for the most part. Like, I don't mind it on my arms, but I really hate it on my neck. But this doesn't feel quite so scratchy. It definitely is a little toothier than a superwash like you'll get from most hand dyers, but it is very fluffy. It's a chainette construction, so that's lovely. You get really nice stitch definition with the chainette, and it says a sport weight, and there's 328 yards per skein. Our son is moving, and I forgot to turn off my overhead. I usually turn off the overhead so that the lighting is a little more natural and not quite so fake, but I forgot, and I will just leave it on for the video because why change it now? So you get 2 skeins per box. So whichever box you get, whether it is the sock box or the knit and crochet box, you get 2 skeins. So that makes this around 650, just over 650 yards of sport weight yarn. Those are big skeins of yarn. That's a lot. These are pretty, I dropped it. These are a lot of yarn. I don't know what I'm gonna make with these. I might just go ahead and make one of those patterns because I really do like that knit one they have on there. But I love white yarn, and I love working with white, and I don't know why it is. I really like bright things, bright colors, bright whites. I wear a lot of white shirts, which seems like a really bad idea considering the fact that I have 3 kids. I do not have 3 kids. I have 4 kids and 3 dogs. So yeah, anyways, so the Knitcrate comes with 2 skeins of yarn, and it comes with the 4 patterns, and it also comes with 1 extra which I dropped on the floor. So let me get that real quick. Okay, so I've got it. This is, I don't know what to think of this. This is by Crinkles, which I've heard the name before, but I have not looked at their products. So let me open this up and take a look at what this is. I'm a little confused. Sometimes their extras are like spot on, like they've sent some really pretty stickers. Sometimes they're a little like, oh, okay, thank you. So they sent, for the Halloween box, they sent this like patch that you could iron on to like a jacket or a project bag, but it was very Halloween themed, and I am not a big Halloween person. I don't dislike Halloween. It's just not something that like I love. I don't adore it. Okay, here we go. So it's this sheep. It's a little wool felt sheep. It's very soft, and it has a needle. It's really hard to see. Maybe I will do a close-up. It feels like it's some kind of plastic. It's like to weave your ends in with. It's a very unique shape. I don't have any needles this shape, and it is shiny. Like not like metallic shiny, kind of like holographic shiny, you know, like a hollow sticker, but it's really shiny. So the little sheep holds your needle and it helps you not lose it. So I actually like that. That's really nice. That's really cool. They also send tea sometimes, which I really do love because I like having a hot cup of tea while I'm working. Crinkles buttons and tools are lovingly designed, expert crafted, and hand finished in Rhode Island. Okay. Crinkles knitting jewelry. Oh, you know what? I think that's where I heard about it. Marley Bird's podcast does a Christmas thing where they promote some different makers for their Christmas, what to buy someone for Christmas who's a crocheter or something like that. And I think Crinkles I saw on that. So that's our new acquisition. Those are my 2 mostly finished products. That's my new acquisition. And then let's do a quick life update. I need to microwave my coffee. It got cold. You know what? I hate microwaved coffee, so I think I'm just going to top it off from the burner. Okay, let's chat just a little bit. Oh, goodness gracious. I am very tired. I've said that before. Though some of you know I do have chronic fatigue, and that is something that it's just one of those things that I have to deal with. It's especially bad right now because I was sick last week. And while the sickness itself was not severe in any way, I definitely have a lot of lingering fatigue. Oh, excuse me. Point. In case, is that how that phrase goes? I really struggle with phrases. I didn't grow up in the United States, so I still sometimes struggle with American idioms and phrases. Yes, English is my native language. American English is my native language, but I didn't grow up around a lot of idioms and things. And so I have some of them I struggle to remember what exactly they mean and how they're phrased. anyways, so we are doing well overall. There's a lot of lingering fatigue. The sun is in and out, so I'm getting some weird lighting today, and I'm really sorry about that. So my 3-year-old, he had it the worst of the kids, and he's still really struggling with fatigue. And he's been taking some really good naps, but he's also just been really tired and cranky when he's awake. So it is what it is. And I've gotten a lot less done on my projects than I'd hoped because we were sick. And puppies, I adore our puppies, and they are getting along so well. Our dog Roxy had a really hard time accepting them at first, but she's totally taken them under her wing at this point, which is really, really sweet. And we are currently dog sitting for my friend. She dog sits for us frequently, and she helped us when we were taking care of Riker, and because he couldn't travel because of all his issues with his brain tumor and everything. And so she would take care of him when we traveled to see my husband's family, because his mother, my mother-in-law, his stepmother, had cancer before, oh goodness, before she passed away in December. And then, and that has been ups and downs as well. You know, grief comes in waves, and I know myself, my children, and my husband have all had moments off and on, especially in the last couple months, of that just really hitting hard. You know, our house has a little bit of a hole in it without Riker. The puppies are a beautiful and lovely blessing, but they really, it doesn't take his place in any way, and I do miss him a lot. Having Yeti, my friend's dog, he is a golden doodle, and he is 4 or 5 months old, and he's as big as my Riker dog was, a little bit taller actually. So full of energy. He's adjusting to our home. The first night was rough. It's part of why I'm so tired, because he barked all night last night. I'm sorry, I'm yawning constantly. Oh my goodness. He barked all night last night. And it's been a lot of energy to wear him down. And I've been working on some training with him and with the puppies and with the kids running around and everything too. It's been a lot. But I'm doing well overall. I was recently diagnosed with ADHD, which is not a surprise to me. And I'll be starting medication for that soon. And I am hopeful that will help me be a little more focused and more present, because I'm very easily distracted in a way that can be detrimental to just the general functioning of our home. And I'm very forgetful. And I know that that's not an unusual thing. But for me, it becomes to the extent that it prevents proper functioning within the home. So I'm excited to move forward with getting those things taken care of. Oh, I was going to talk a little bit about upcoming projects and what you can expect from me. That's more than enough about my life. For now, let's talk about crocheting. I tried this angle again because I feel like it's not as, like, the changes in the sunlight is not as dramatic when I have the camera set to an angle. Normally I would crochet while I talk to you, but I am so tired. I don't think I could focus on 2 things at a time. I think it's going to be a 1 thing at a time sort of day. So the next few projects I have, I want these 2 things that I showed you. I will be done with those completely today, and whatever I get done on them, that is it. So if I don't finish the edging on this today, it's just gonna have to wait, because I do have deadlines on other projects that are coming up. Honestly, I don't even know that I will get to this edging. I may just have to fold this one up until the spring. Or some other time after I feel like I have a good start on some other projects I need to work on. I am designing a project for Crochet Foundry again, but it has to be a secret. I can't show you what I'm working on. I can't do much to share it with you until it's closer to publishing. But it is time for me to put my attention on that. And then I'm also doing a test project that I am not supposed to share pictures or videos of as well. That's a very small one. It shouldn't take me long to do. But those two are my big priority for this next week, to get those two pretty much finished so that I can work on other things. But that means I think next week I'll probably take a break from podcasting per se, because I won't have much to show you, because I can't show you any of the projects I plan on working on in the next week. So I think what I'm going to do is start a history series. I adore history. It is one of the things that I have been passionate about since I was a child. I mean, American Girl books got me started on my absolute fascination with historical fashion and the way history plays out in the world. And I recently passed my American Girl books to my daughter, who is turning 8 soon. She loves them. She wants to have an American Girl birthday party. I don't know how or what we will do with that. She comes up with these big grand schemes and plans that I don't always have the energy to do, and I try not to harbor guilt over not being able to do the sort of things I would like to do. Like, I would love to be able to host big birthday parties for my kids, but if I did, I know I would not be able to function for over a week afterwards with the amount of fatigue that would come as a result of that. So we generally do very small parties, and so I'm still kind of keeping my ear to the ground, trying to figure out what we'll get her for her birthday. I know she would love an American Girl doll, but they are too expensive for us to get. So I'm probably going to look into getting an outfit for her Target brand doll. And I started making a sweater for her doll a while ago, so I might try to finish that up and maybe use some other scraps to make some cute things for her doll. And then maybe I'll order some books. How did I get off on this tangent? This happens when I'm tired. It's just, welcome to Stream of Consciousness with Rebecca, where I have no filter and I only talk about what is going through my head at the moment, to completely disregard whatever I intended to talk about. Historical fashion. I got started with American Girl, and then I passed these books down to my daughter, and it's kind of just reminded me how much I loved them. And I've been doing a lot of reading and research on the history of crochet and how it's been used in fashion and all of these different things. And I've even been collecting some antique crochet patterns, and I want to do a series over the next year where I walk through the decades of crocheting. And I might do 2 different series, one for fashion and one for home decor, because I feel like historically crochet has been much more dominantly used for home decor type stuff than for fashion, but it has been present in fashion, and it's very interesting to see where it's been used, how it's been used, how it was created for those different instances. Anyways, so I even found, oh, I'm so sorry. I even found a crochet pattern from 1847, and I'm going to try to make that on a video and then introduce the series while making that piece. And I think I have everything I need to do that. I just have to get the energy. So that is what's going on here. I hear someone whining. We have, it's been pretty noisy in the house, and I'm really enjoying this little bit of quiet while everyone is resting. We were outside quite a bit this morning. It's about 70 degrees out today. It's absolutely glorious. Windy, 70 degrees, perfect weather. But the dogs and the kids are all just passed out. They are all asleep. And it doesn't always happen that they all sleep at the same time. And I am treasuring, excuse me, goodness. I'm treasuring this moment of silence. And that being said, I'm gonna wrap this up because I want to rest. So I am so thankful you stopped by, and I am so thankful for those of you who have subscribed to my channel and watch and comment regularly. I try to reply to comments. I'm not always good at it because I am very distracted. I have so much going on here in the home, but I do try to reply to comments, and I really love seeing them. They totally make my day. And I recognize the names of people who comment regularly, and it's like we're building a little community of friends here, and it's so cool, and I love it. So like the video if you enjoyed it, subscribe to stick around. Oh goodness, I will not yawn this much in the next video. I promise I will not yawn this much in the next video. All of the things, like, comment, subscribe. I will see you next week, and we will do some history. And now I will try to get a few close-up shots of some of the stuff that we looked at today.